What's up, guys? What are you saying, bro? Yeah, this is the Stratford Africa channel, and we are back again here. In this video today, we are going to be talking about the Europa League game that we played yesterday against Omonia. We won that game 3-2, but a lot of things still went wrong in that game. We will touch on that, and then from there we will look straight into our upcoming game against Everton, which is the more important game. That game is very, very crucial. We are looking forward to seeing whether the boys will react to the disaster show they put up against Manchester City. We really need to get a reaction in that game. So we are going to be talking about these two games in this video today. Yes, so we'll give you all the information we need in the build up to every single Manchester United game on here. So please, guys, as always, please smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and get into the comment section straight away. Let's get interactive. Yeah, let me know your thoughts about the Omonia game and the upcoming Everton game. What are the changes you expect to be made to the starting lineup? We'll go through all that here, but let me know what you also think about those things. Yeah, so yesterday against Omonia, Manchester United came out and we did what we always do. I've been saying it on here that we have a way of making, small teams or teams that are not good enough look very decent against us. And that was exactly what was on display yesterday. We came out in the first half and we started well, even though our build-up was very slow. The way we moved the ball from back to front, we kept moving it sideways, and we really weren't attacking with high intensity. Even though we kept the ball well and we passed it around well, but the build-up in the first half was very slow. And up front there, we were missing a lot of chances. You understand what is wrong with Ronaldo, man? We need to talk about that guy. Yesterday, almost every player on the field wanted him to score, but the goal just refused to come. You understand? So that makes me think something is not right up here with him. You understand? Because the Ronaldo we know will score like hat-trick yesterday, but they tried, they passed, they all kept putting the goal on the plate for him, but he wasn't taking it. You understand? I remember Dalot, I remember Rashford, and then Anthony. A couple of times, you know, he had it to score, but he couldn't, and that cost us. Our sloppy passing led to us losing the ball, and we were caught on the transition, and then we went into halftime 1-0 down. The incident that led to that goal, even though a lot of people will blame Malacia, and I agree with that, because what was he trying to do there, trying to block the ball like that? But what really made me annoyed was why Sancho decided to pass the ball back to Malacia when we were attacking in that position. It was a corner kick that came to him at the far end. I was expecting him to return the cross back into the box, because all our defenders had come to attack the corner. But what did this guy do? Once again, his back passing this season, he controlled the ball and looked around and then passed it back to Malacia. Some will say he was trying to recycle the ball, but we have seen that way too much from him. And let me say this, the guy has successfully played himself out of our starting 11. I'm talking about Jadon Sancho here. He has been very poor this season, and once again yesterday he wasn't good enough. No wonder he was taken off at halftime. And when Rashford came on, that was where we won the game. So if not for those super subs that came on, we would have once again embarrassed ourselves yesterday against Omonia. You understand? I think the lads are still in Cyprus, they are not yet back. But that being said, yesterday's performance, especially in the first half, was not good, and Sancho needs to up his game. If I am Ten Hag, Sancho will not be starting any game, a game for us any moment from now on. He has had his chances a lot this season, and he has generally been underwhelming. He has not looked at it. He doesn't have the intensity. He doesn't show the desire. Look at the aggressiveness Rashford put on display when he came on yesterday. You understand? He was aggressive off the ball, aggressive on the ball, and his movement always made sure that he got one-on-one situations with the Omonia wingers. This is what we want to see from Sancho. His technical level is much higher than Rashford's, but sometimes it's the effort, the mentality, and the way he does things. this season he hasn't been impressive at all. So I expect a lot of changes to be made to the starting 11 moving forward. You understand? So let me know your thoughts about the Omonia game. If we hadn't won that game, it would have been too embarrassing, and our position in the Europa League would have been very, very difficult. You understand? But the guys did the barest minimum, and it looks as if Martial is back in goal scoring form once again, and his link up with Rashford is slowly also getting better. And I'm just praying that they stay fit. If Rashford and Martial is fit, I don't want to see Sancho in the starting in our front three starting games and anymore, until he also takes the time to work hard and get back into this team. He doesn't deserve to start at all. You understand? Yes. So that brings me to the Everton game. The Everton game, as I said in my intro, is very, very crucial. We came up against Man City and we disgraced ourselves. So now it's reaction time. This is the time for the guys to show us that they really care, to show us that they mean business. They will turn up and play a high intensity game, because we are playing Everton at the Goodison Park, and if you look at our recent history against Everton in general has been very, very poor. You understand? We are winless against Everton in our last 3 Premier League games. You get it? So that game is not going to be an easy game at all. And if you even take it back, like if we stretch the time frame a little bit longer, we've only won once in our last 7 Premier League games against Everton. So it is not an easy fixture. In recent times, we haven't found it easy against them at all. And if you look at the way they started the season, they started poorly, and gradually they started to get some draws, and now it's like they have won 2 games back to back now, and Lampard is beginning to get things together, and the confidence around that place is beginning to grow. So if you don't turn up with a good work ethic and good work attitude, it will be another bad day for us. Everton, they didn't start the season well. I've already mentioned that, but they are a good side. Lampard especially likes to be very expansive with the ball. He likes to keep the ball, and you know how he played with Chelsea. He's trying to do the same thing with Everton, even though the level of quality of players is not the same. But as time goes on, they are adapting and they are growing in confidence. You understand? In the last 5 games they've played, they've drawn 3 and won the last 2. They beat West Ham and Southampton. So confidence, as I said, is very high. It's growing in that field. And with our 6 straight thrashing by Manchester City, this will be a very serious test on the mentality of our players. I expect them to turn up and match Everton's work rate, because we will need to work hard, especially at the Goodison Park. Everton will have the home crowd behind them, and we are going to have to work like an extra 120% or 130% to stand a chance to win that game. You understand? Yes. So if you look at the injury situation at both camps, it's very similar. Everton, for example, I don't think they have any recent injuries apart from their long-term players who are out, apart from the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and at the back too they have a few injuries which were long-term. Those guys are not back yet. But apart from that, I don't think there's any other recent injury in that area. Similar, it's the same thing for us too. I don't know whether Varane will be back for this game. If Varane is not available, then we have to play Lindelof and Martinez. But that reminds me, Martinez, man, I need to give a very big shout out to that guy. Yesterday, the way he was passing the ball between the lines, it was just beautiful to watch. The guy is the best ball playing center half in the world right now. Yes, I've said it. If you don't agree with me, you can go and argue with your phone. You understand? We have the best ball playing center back in Lisandro Martinez. He's aggressive. He can break lines with his passing, and the guy is very good. You understand? So I don't think Varane will be back. Maguire is out injured, and aside from that, Rashford and Martial all are back, and they are in goal scoring form. So I expect us to present a very good lineup. You understand? Yes. So if you look at Everton, they have a couple of dangerous players to look out for. Alex Iwobi, for example, he is in the form of his life this season. If you look at the way he's been playing from midfield, Lampard has converted him from a winger to a midfielder, and it's working very, very well. It's very similar to what happened to Joelinton at Newcastle. Yes, Iwobi is performing marvelously. He's doing marvelous things in the midfield for Everton, and our midfielders will have to match his physicality and all of that. You understand? So let me know your thoughts. Whether you think it's time for Casemiro to come into the starting lineup, even though yesterday he played well. His game yesterday was a lot better than he has played for us so far. But it all depends on what Ten Hag thinks and sees. You understand? I don't really have a choice. Like you know, I will take either of Casemiro or McTominay for now. But let me know your thoughts. You know, people on social media has been advocating for Casemiro to come into the game, but his passing for me has been a bit off. Even though I see the intent, he's trying to pass it forward a lot of the time, but he still needs to up his passing game. You understand? But hey, our ball progressing abilities is very limited. That is why he needs to up his passing game to fit into this team. You realize that Ten Hag keeps using Eriksen all the time. He doesn't like subbing him off, because without Eriksen, our back to front movement of the ball is non-existent. That's why he relies on Eriksen so much in that midfield area there. You understand? So Alex Iwobi, as I said, is doing well. There is Anthony Gordon too. The young lad too is very aggressive. He's very, direct, and he scores goals. You understand? They signed Mupe from Brighton. The guy doesn't really score goals, but he scores wonderful goals. He doesn't get you the numbers, but he gets you beautiful and difficult goals. That's the weird thing about Mupe. Like, the easy chances will fall to him, he will squander them, but he will turn around and score some marvelous goal, and then is it the same guy who was missing tappings and sitters here and there? So our defense needs to be on the lookout. And then also there's McNeil, and there's Demara Gray, and all of those guys. You understand? So the game wouldn't be an easy game for us. Our boys, if they turn out with that lazy attitude they've been displaying, once again we are going to end up very, very embarrassed. You understand? So, and as I said Sancho should be dropped. He deserves to be dropped. So our front three from now onwards should be Martial up front, Rashford on the left, and Antonio on the right. You understand? Yesterday when Rashford and Luke Shaw came on, we saw the link up that they gave us when they were in top form. Yes, Luke Shaw overlapped Rashford a lot, quite a lot, and I like that. So I think Shaw too should come in for Malacia, and apart from that, I think the rest of them all should stay. Yes, Ronaldo's all-round game yesterday was very good, but his finishing wasn't there. You understand? Martial is finishing and he's playing well, so I will still start Martial ahead of Ronaldo on Sunday. So let me know your thoughts about the game. Let me know the lineup you go with. Yes, and at the back there, if Varane is not there, you only have Lindelof and Martinez. Shaw should come in for Malacia. Dalot is Dalot. There's no one to compete for him. Even Wan-Bissaka is out injured. In the midfield, there is a case we made for Casemiro there against McTominay. But you know, Eriksen and Bruno, they will always start. And up front, Sancho should be dropped. Martial should come in, and then you should shift Rashford from the number 9 role back to the left wing, because Rashford can't play in tight spaces. If you don't give him space to run into, he's useless as a number 9. But on the left wing, he can be direct, he can get at people, and grow his confidence levels up. He looks very confident to me now, because he scored a couple of goals, and he's getting his confidence levels up. You understand? So let me know your thoughts about these two games. This has been your man on the Stratford Africa channel. Until we meet again next time, please stay safe out there. Have a nice time to you all. Bye bye.